Hi, everyone, and welcome to our foundational training. It's Tuesday. First of all, before we get started, I want to thank Sheila Hay and Jan Rand for doing the training. Actually, Sheila did it all by herself yesterday, the training and the working, as Jan and I were coming back from a beautiful trip to Boston. Anybody here that was at the Boston event, we want to thank you. We had so much fun. We're going to New Jersey, not this Saturday, but next Saturday. And we're falling in love with the East Coast. But once again, Sheila, when we travel, man, she comes right in and she trains and she gets everybody moving and working. And I mean, if it wasn't for you, Sheila, we couldn't run this. So I just want to acknowledge what you do for us. So in the same breath, I want you guys to remember this Saturday is Vision. So make sure you go to start333biz.com and sign up for Vision. David Schmidt's going to have special announcements, the owner, CEO of the company. So once again, maybe Sheila, you could put that in chat, start333biz.com. You could put in chat and maybe even the Vision link so people could sign up. While you're at it, put the link down for New Jersey. I'm just saying. We had so much fun in Boston that the Boston people are driving to New Jersey to repeat. I'm not kidding, because I fed them all. And I'm feeding them all again in New Jersey. And it's fun because we learn and we have sandwiches at 1 o'clock. We did learn. We're going to have sandwiches at 1 o'clock as we're learning. It is so much fun. And Albert is going to be here too, which is cool. Okay, so we're going to talk about that. The other invite I want you to put in is
I'm going to listen a little bit.
Orlando with David
Okay. Oh,
Schmidt.
volume.
I'm muting, Yanni, don't worry. Atlanta with David, or not Atlanta, Florida, Orlando with David Schmidt. If you could put that in, that is coming up on February. So let's just write this down. Vision, where David's going to talk about everything cool that he's inventing, is going to be on January 27th, this Saturday. Then anybody close to New Jersey, trust me, should come on February 3rd. And the link will be in there because it's not that far from Boston. It's not that far from Philadelphia. It's not that far from New York. So it's not even that far from Georgia, Southern people, or Florida. You just drive there. And if you come, I'll be there. We're giving away free sleeves. We're educating. We're training on the business. And we're catering lunch from 1 to 2. And so you get to eat lunch as you learn. Your tummies are full. And you know what? It doesn't cost you anything to go. So come and bring 5. Like, why not? Right now, I think we have 100 registered. We can have 300 there, easy. Like, let's get rocking. Yes, Jen.
I'm sorry to bother you. Is there an invite for the 4 o'clock patching party? I don't have it.
There is. I'll put that. Can you get that in chat this Tuesday? I do also have a patching. Well, I'll get to patching party. Don't forget, because I have an apology to make. I know I messed up. So let's go to, what else was I going to talk about? Oh, so then Orlando. Okay, so New Jersey's February 3rd. If you know anybody or you're close, drive to me, man. And I'm talking to you, I had so much fun with the Lao group. Man, you better bring those girls, because I want to hang out with Jesse, with Kat, with Kate, with Vanessa, with little Jackie, who makes the egg rolls. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all can. Oh, there's Jesse right there. We all are connected now. I mean, I'm not even kidding. Okay, can I tell a funny story? So there was a little group of us at dinner, and we did a little dinner bill, and I didn't know that you had to pay a certain amount of money, and everybody was so nice that they went under what I had to pay. So I had to come to Date and Jesse and Kat and say, oh my God, we have a big problem. I know Date was freaking out. He's like thinking, I got to pay for this now. Marci doesn't have money. But no, we had to buy another $900 worth of stuff. And we had so much fun. We all got desserts. We all ordered a bottle of wine to go. Was that a hoot? It was a hoot. So anyway, that's the kind of stuff that happens when you come play with me. So, just saying. All right. So then we also have Orlando on the 24th of February. Okay, it's Orlando Peter No style. Well, first of all, not fully Peter No style. Dr. Stacy is organizing it, so it's going to be buttoned up, the training, right? David's going to talk for 3 hours. But the after party is Peter No style. We're going to have music, we're going to have drinks, we're going to have karaoke. Like, it's going to be so fun. The Evolve group, we promise, has always been a team that works hard, loves each other, and has fun. That's what we are. So come have fun with it. So get those all on calendar. I'm sure Sheila Hay is going to get all those links up. Now, patching party. Yes, last week I did a patching party. And unfortunately, I had it on my private Zoom. This is my public Zoom, and there's 1,000 seats. You never have a problem here. But I didn't realize that I only had 100 seats on my private Zoom. Who knew? It's private. I use it for one-on-one, maybe 10 people at the most. Who knew that I was going to take my private Zoom public? I didn't, and I forgot. And so there was only 100 people and nobody got in, and I got 20 texts saying how much I really didn't have it together. And you're right, I didn't. I screwed up. But you know what I did? I text Neil, my computer guy. I said, Neil, I screwed up. I need 1,000 seats. So we went in today and we upped ourselves to 1,000 seats. So there's no reason not to invite. Oh, and by the way, I need 3 people right now to put in chat that they want to do their testimonial for 1 second today at the patching party. This is where I need you. I cannot do this if you guys don't all help me. So if you have a good testimonial and you can be tight in 1 minute, right? Because you got to be tight. Can you put your name and number in chat? And if I don't get 3 people, I'm going to call on 3 people and ask, because I need you now, because it's a lot to coordinate everything. Do you understand what I'm saying? So please help me. Please help me. Thank you, Sheila. Thank you. Okay, I need 2 more. 2 more people put their little names in. Oh, Sheila, yours going to be a good one. Okay. Oh, I have one. Okay, put your name and number if you have one, Michelle. I need your name and number so I can call you after. And I need 1 more. Come on, 1 more. Come on, I'm not going to start training till I get 1 more to help me. Arthritis in my Libby. Oh, look at you all. I love you all. Okay, put all your names in there. I'll take them all because I need it for next week too, because we're doing them every Tuesday at 4 o'clock Pacific now, right? Because why not? They're fun, and we give away free sleeves. And and by the way we're doing it this time is that not everybody gets their name in the wheel. Only guests and the people that bring guests. So guess or bring guests, because I got a lot of feedback that guests weren't winning because we had all the brand partners. So please invite. Okay, the very first thing you're going to do today. Oh, wait, that's during the work. I have to train first. Okay, but I'm going to say it anyway. Is invite 5 to the patching party. Take that invitation, edit, copy, edit, paste, and say, hey, come learn about stem cell activation. Can you do that? Can you put that in the chat right now? Everybody text 5. How do you text 5? You go into your phone and you find 5 people. And you just say, hey, come learn about stem cell activation. Love, Sheila. And put the invite in. It's that simple. So that's what you're going to do today. That is one of your jobs when you start working today. Okay? One of your jobs when you start working today. Okay. Now we can get into training. Can we get into training? And is everybody forgive me for screwing up last week on the seats? I'm so sorry. I know you gave Sheila a hard time yesterday, and I know Heidi defended me, and she didn't even know what happened. But I'm telling you, it's never going to happen again. I promise I won't screw up again, so don't not invite today. I need you guys because we're testing a concept out. Do you want me to tell you the concept we're texting that I've been creating again? And I know some of you are brand new and it's going to go way over your head, and I'm sorry for that. But for the people that aren't new, you're going to love my new wheel. So I'm going to tell you about the wheel, and then I'm going to go into basic training. So everybody get a piece of paper, a white piece of paper right now. Okay, we're going to do the wheel. And because Jan was driving to the doctor, she could do the wheel now. Where's your piece of paper, Jan? Oh, she got her paper. Oh, she's mad at me.
I'm working here.
Okay, mute yourself. I'm sorry. I don't know why I love to tease her. Do you ever have were you ever like the little sister and had a big sister you always were pestering? I am the little sister. She's the big sister. Okay, all right, so here we go.
Hey, big sisters pester little sisters pretty good too, I can tell you that.
Yeah, I'll tell you, when a big sister gets mad, you know. All right, so let's go. Okay, the very first circle on your wheel, you're going to write list in it. List. The next circle, you're going to write script in it. The next circle, you're going to write gift. The next circle, you're going to write patching party. The next circle, you're going to write tech and consult, the close. And you guys don't know what that is yet because I'm just developing it. And that's okay because I like to create because I get bored easy, as you can see. And I happen to like to create in network marketing because I'm crazy. Okay, so now, what does that mean? You go list to script, send a gift, to invite to a patching party, to invite to a tech and consult for a little more intimate close, which I'm running like 3 a week now, which you don't know about because I'm still formulating it, but I'm giving you the concept. By next week, I'll be able to tell you more how that works and you guys can join. But I don't have that quite figured out yet, but it's coming. So what do I mean by that? What do I mean by that? Well, this is the wheel we do in network marketing. We do this wheel. We make lists. We send them a script. We send a gift, which I pay for and Jan sends out for you. We invite them to a patching party, and then we take them to a tech and consult, which is just a more intimate time where I, can help close a group of people because, you need third-party validation. So this is the wheel. And you dance and move inside this wheel, right? Some people will be on the script. You'll be adding more people to your list. You'll be gifting some. You will be inviting some to a patching party. You'll be inviting some to a tech and consult. You just go around this wheel. And you know what the fun part of the wheel? Anybody remember? I was born in 67. So in about 77, when I was 10, remember the parks where they had those wheels that you got on and they spin really, really, really fast? And all you wanted to do is kick everybody off and hopefully you didn't get a concussion. Do you know which one I'm talking about? That's what I envision with this, the wheel.
The merry-go-round.
It was that the merry-go-round? Is that what they called it? Remember, you hold on to the bar and you have one leg off.
Afraid you didn't fly off.
Yeah, it was the funnest, right? Everybody remembers that. That's what I want you to remember on the wheel. And what you do is you just tap it all the time with different people. But what I give you permission, you go around the wheel, and if they're not interested, the person you're talking to, what's going to happen? They're off the wheel. You're not off the wheel. They're off the wheel. You like that? They're off the wheel. And where do they go? They go on a list and you tap them back in the wheel in 6 months. I give you permission to not be attached. And they go off the wheel for 6 months. You like that? So you spin the wheel, they go off the wheel for 6 months, right? And then you can bring them back in again. I'm just telling you the way to dance. So that concept is really for more advanced people in this training that kind of know the pieces. If you're new, you might go, what the heck is she talking about? And that's okay, because now we're going to go to more basic training. And I decided we might do more basic, but then tap in a little bit of more advanced sometimes to keep the people that have been here a while more interested. But I will also tell you that if you get bored with this training, then I say that you need to invite some new people to it. Because once you have new people that are getting trained and you're duplicating, you don't get bored anymore because you're helping them learn. And then you take them to work in the next hour and you help them with their list, to script, to gift. I even have to look at the wheel, to patching party, to tech and consult. I took that darn piece of paper and I have it taped right to my light so I can see it. Tape it somewhere. That's what we do every day. That's what we do every day. And eventually I'll have a cute graphic that Neil's doing for me because I still don't know Canva, Sheila. You could do another training on Canva at some point.
Maybe we'll train Friday on Canva.
Oh, that would be good. Okay, so let's go and start training. Okay, so if you're new and I haven't already scared you, raise your hand so that I can keep up. So you can tell me if you know what, so if it all makes sense to you. And I don't mean the wheel, that was advanced training. Somebody unmute themselves and say, I'm new today. Who's new? I need a new person. Come on, don't be afraid. Michelle, are you new? Verna, are you new? Anybody new?
Jean and Cindy have their hands up.
Where's Jean and Cindy? Where are they at? Okay, there's Deborah right there. Okay, Deborah Holmes. Oh, and there's Cindy. I'm gonna now
I'm
go.
new.
Oh, and I knew you were new, Michelle. I could tell. Okay, you guys, when I start doing the more basic training, I'm gonna call on Cindy, Deborah, and Michelle. Hold on, Cindy, Deborah, and Michelle. And all I'm gonna say is, can you do this? Because if you can do this, then anybody can do it because you're new and you're just learning. So I'm gonna say, hey, Cindy, Michelle, Debbie, can you do this? You're gonna give me thumbs up. And I know that I'm training okay. Not the wheel. I know that was advanced. That's going to be like, whoa, I don't even know what they're talking about. And that's okay. We're not doing that now. Okay. So what's the first thing you need to do when you start a business? You must get your office set up, right? Who starts a business and not have their office set up? So I'm going to tell you the first things you need to go buy at Staples, Amazon. I don't care how you get it. The very first thing you need to get is a notebook. It costs $3. Who has a notebook here? Show the new folks what we got. A notebook. Somebody put it up. Everybody got a notebook. Why do we have a notebook? Oh, look at Cindy already has a notebook. She's like, I'm in. The notebook is because we always take notes. Professional network. This is a product of stem cell activation. The business is to become a professional network marketer in stem cell activation. This training is how to become a professional network marketer within the stem cell activation category. To be a professional network marketer, we take notes. The next book you have to buy is what? Is your list book. A list book is different than a notebook. We in network marketing make lists. Remember, that was the actual first, that's the first circle on the wheel. List. Now you guys are already in. You're already advanced. Go buy one of these and you just say list book. And inside your list book, and write this on your notes, you're going to write this. LifeWave, the holy grail of optimal health. Have you heard about stem cells? Who do you know that would like it? And all you do, honestly, I'm just going to tell you flat out what you do to begin. You look at your phone, you go into your contacts, and you write down 10 people's names and cell numbers. Who do you know that would like this? Who do you know? And we'll do a little better training on that in a minute. Okay? And you're going to do 10 names with their cell number. Cindy, can you go buy a notebook and a list book and do 10 names with their cell number in it? Is that, just give me a thumbs up if it's a yes. Okay, we're good. Michelle, we good. Deborah, we're good. Okay, perfect. Now, the next thing that you're going to go buy is at Staples. So everything we shop for first is a follow-up clipboard. I know it. You know what? I decided to chunk everything you have to buy at Staples together. A follow-up clipboard. And so a clipboard costs $2, and I'm going to tell you what you're going to print and put on it in a little bit. I'm just telling you what you have to buy. This is your buy list. Okay. So far, we're good. The next thing that you need to buy is a calendar, because we always book the next appointment as a network marketer, because that's what we do. And Dr. Stacy said this, and I love it. When someone says their business isn't growing, you know what she says? She says, let me look at your calendar, because your calendar is your business. And so you can see I don't want to freak anybody out, because I'm even a little freaked out right now about it. I'm not kidding. Is that I book on the hour. Now, I probably need to book on the half an hour, and I'm probably going to not do so many one-on-ones and go to groups or 30 minutes. I don't know. There comes a point in time where you do have to have a life outside, but most people's calendar maybe only has 2 hours booked. And I'm saying, like, if you want to have a big business, schedule your calendar. Okay, so get a calendar. And you also schedule your time that you're not working. Remember, we're a business. This is the business. Would you schedule the time you work? Of course you would. So this is work. We're working. Okay. The next thing you want to buy is called a business bag. Looks like this. Don't freak out. We're out of envelopes right now. So Jan's going to have, if some of you haven't got it for a while yet, I know that we're not cashing any checks until they go out, because just so you know, Sally's printer or her printer machine needs a part. So we're out of, we have a few envelopes, but we have a 3,500 envelopes on back order. So everything will come. So if you're wondering where your business bag is, it's coming. It's just, we have to wait for inventory, and our gifts are first priority. So all gifts from this last week and yesterday I believe are almost out. So that part we're caught up on. By the way, we're out of Eon patches right now. So we're sending 3x39 in until our Eons come in. So just want to guys give you an update that we're doing our best, as we always do. But the business bag is actually black, and inside you get 10 envelopes with all our mini info cards. This is the same information. This talks about how X39 works. Oh, that's funny. That's an order. This talks about what to expect. These are pictures. This is a tracker. This is what we call the all products flyer that talks about all the products. You read it to people and where to put them. It's a guide. This is a pricing order form. That's everything that comes in the gift that Jan sends out with 2x39 and 2 Eons. My suggestion is you have a bag yourself that has the same information in it. And also, it's nice to carry around mini presentations. What do I mean by that? Well, Dr. Dana Zappala was invited to a Starbucks by her friend. 5 new people. She put an X39 and an Eon in here. She brought 5 of them. She read this all to them, and she took 5 orders, went back to her office, inputted it into her back office. the company ships to all these people like Amazon, and she made for her friend money and for herself money because we're network marketing and we all make money together. So that's why you need these things. I'll give you another example. I was in Boston doing an event. And while Jan was sleeping, I was up taking orders. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. She mad at me. No, it was a joke. She wasn't sleeping. She was working hard too. But anyway, the reason I say that is that I had these with me. So I took an order right here, and there's the order because I had them with me. It was easy to take an order. So I love to do that all together. So there's your business bag. Okay, I'll tell you where to order it in a minute. The last thing you need are your business cards. Your business cards, because we're in business. And I love my card. Oh, I actually got my newest one that I like best. Let me see where it is. Did you get your new cards? Everybody got their cards? Everybody show the cards you got. If you got them. So there it is. Some of us have our cards, right? And so this one says X39 stem cell activation. So people say, what do you do, Marci? I'm in stem cell activation business. What do you do? I'm in real estate. Oh, that's so cool. How long have you been building that business? 20 years. Wonderful. How do you have any pain? And is that exhausting? Oh my God, lower back's the worst. I got something for you for that. I got a stem cell activation patch. Here's my card. Give me your card. I'll send you a gift. So I'm always using my card to do what? To hand a card and get a phone number. Hand a card and get a phone number. Juliana Cole said this in the Boston training, and I liked it. She always hands a card with her story. Oh, what do? You're in real estate. Oh, yes, I'm in stem cell activity. You know, gosh, 3 years ago, I had fast growing cells and it totally put me back into being stable again. What's going on with you? Oh, you have a lot of anxiety for working every Saturday and Sunday from 7 to 7. I get that. I got something for you for that. Here's my card. I'll send you a gift. Let me get a number, right? So you're always doing card for phone number, card for phone number. And what do you do with the phone number and the name? I always take a picture of it because I'm an Aries, and if I don't take a picture of it, I'll lose it. So I then take that and I take it to my list book. In fact, I did that. I met somebody in Boston who is in the telecommunication. We were talking. He liked stem cells. I gave him a card. He gave me his phone number on a piece of paper. What do you think I did? I took a picture of the piece of paper so I can get his name in my list book, right? I just do that all the time. So those are some little hints. Okay, so that's all we use. That's it. It costs $100 to have your office set up to make a lot of money in stem cell technology. So let me show you how you then order the other pieces that I'm suggesting. Okay, so you go to a website called start333biz.com. That's start333biz.com. That's our business website. This is our website that we created so you would be able to learn everything that we do and be able to text and pay or copy and paste in a text anybody who you wanted to within 1 minute. That's the point of this, because I don't like to email PDFs. They bug me. So what do? The very most important thing you do is you click here and join our communication, your name, your cell, your email. A team that communicates is a team that thrives. A team that doesn't communicate falls apart. Now, you don't have to do everything that gets texted to you. Pick 2 trainings and 3 podcasts. Plug in. If you plug into the system, I can make you a lot of money. Plug into the system. Now, if you can't make those times, that's okay. Maybe somebody that is in your business can, and you plug them in, right? These are not have-tos. These are a lot of people spending a lot of their energy to give you enough plugins for you and your people so that you have what you need to build a business, okay? It's really, honestly, the people like Sheila that just give her time for the team, the people like Jan that give her time for the team, the people like every single person on the Patching podcast Monday through Saturday that give their time for the team. So know that that's what Evolve is all about. I'm making up, Jan, to you right now because I wasn't very nice. I made that comment that I know probably hurt your feelings. I was just joking. Okay, so now let's go to what? We're going to go to the doors. So when you go to the doors, you hit the doors. And when you hit the doors, you go into basically the tools. Oh, and to get into the brown doors, you need to go to start333biz.com. Write this in chat for me. That's the website. The username is start333biz. The passcode is 333biz. Once you get in there, you go to tools. When you go into tools, you go over here and you do the business bag. And you click on the business bag. And this is where you order this. And this is where you can, for $15, get 10 envelopes with all the mini cards. And all you do is email Jan J. Rand your name, your phone number, and your address, and you can order one. You can order 2 at a time. So that's the business. Those are the mini presentations I was telling you about. That's nice to have. Okay. Also, you can go get your business cards here. I wonder if we've updated this yet. We have not. We need to get this updated. So Sally has redesigned all the cards. They look really great. And so those updates will be up soon. But all you do is email or text Sally and say you want a card. You can have a card with face, which is your face and my face. Or you can have a no face card. Or you can have this little patch card. Or you can have no face and my face. Or you could have your face and no face. You know what I mean? You can pick what you want for your options. I know we call it face, no face, this little patch. I mean, to be honest with you, that's what we've been calling it. So there is your business card. So far, everybody with me? Now, you can also go to the back up here to Evolve Clipboard. You see Evolve Clipboard? This is that follow-up clipboard I was talking about. After you buy your clipboard, all you're going to do is you're going to come here and you are going to print these off. Print off the envelope. It's the same envelope that your person's getting as a gift. Print it off. Print off your what to expect. Then you can read it to them. You can expect Susie to reset 4,000 genes to a younger, healthier state. Then you can print off the before and after tracker. You can print off the all products flyer. This is my favorite. I do all my business with this. You print off your order form. I print 10 on my clipboard. I do all my business on this as well. This and the all products flyer is what I use the most. And this one is, I always have one on my clipboard just because sometimes it's hard to remember like how you want to fill the kit. And these are pre-filled silver and gold kits. I'll explain more of this in a little bit. But have your clipboard printed off, your follow-up clipboard. Okay, so far, does everybody good on the tools? Where is Michelle? Where's my girls? Where's Michelle? Michelle, do you think you can do that? Can you buy those 5 tools and do your follow-up clipboard? Are we good? I think that would be Michelle. And who else? Cindy, are you guys good? Cindy's raising her hand. Cindy, you good? Okay, good. So now that you know what you need for your tools, let's talk about what the work is. Let's talk about what the work is. So once again, we go to start333biz.com and we go into the brown doors and we go into the system. These 7 steps to success. Your homework tonight is to go through every single tab, the 7 steps, and just look at them all to say, oh, I can do all that. Okay, it's your homework. But I'm going to train you on the top. So write this on your piece of paper. Our system is 333 PPP. We patch 3 people a day. We follow up with 3 people a day. We invite 3 people to our patching party. We do that through piquing interest, pre-qualifying, and picking a pack, either a wholesale pack or a gift pack. You got both in your back pocket. You might not need a gift pack. They might be ready to buy right away. We'll sign them up. If they need a gift, well, you got that in your back pocket. Either will do. So what's the first step? Oh, look at that. Make the list. Remember, there you go on your list book. Right on the cover of your list book, LifeWave, the holy grail of optimal health. Have you heard about stem cells? Who do you know that would like this? You create a list of 10 people, their name and their phone number. Okay, right now we're going to do the work. And I don't care if you're new or not new. Right now, everybody in their notebook, their list book, or on a piece of paper, we're going to do the work right now. You ready? 1, 2, 3, here we go. You look at your cell phone, get in your contacts right now, and you're going to ask yourself this. Who do you know that you respect? Who do you know that you love? Who do you know that has health issues? Who do you know that you want to build a business with? Who do you know that has influence or is an influencer? Who do you know that's a progressive healthcare practitioner? Who do you know that's an entrepreneur? Who do you know that's a network marketer? Who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know? Do it to yourself again. Who's in there that's a healthcare practitioner? Who's in there in my phone that's a network marketer? Gosh, I worked with them in a network marketing 10 years ago. Where is that guy? Where's that girl? Who do you know that you would really love to do a business with? Like, who's in your phone that you would be like, I would really do this business if she was in with me, if he was in with me. We'd be great partners together. We'd really be each other's container. Who do you know? I'm going to tell you one more. Who's in your A's? Who don't you know? Who's that Abigail in your A's? I don't know. She's in my phone. I have no idea who she is. You could put her on there too. I got a script for her. Who's in your Z's? Who don't you know? Oh my God, there's that Zach in my Z. I have no idea who that man is. He's just in there. Start with A's, start with Z's. Who do you not know? Put them on a list too. How about do 2 10s? 10 of who do you know and 10 of who you don't know. What do I mean by who you don't know? I'll tell you what I mean by that. I'm going to start with my A's. My very first person in my A is named Aaron. I met him at Westlake Coffee Bean. I don't even know when. I don't even know who he is. He's the first person in my phone. His name starts with A. Why not send him? Maybe he would like this. I don't know. I don't even know him. So who do you know and who do you don't know? Let's go ahead and put your list together. Now, we're going to give you all about a minute just to do it. Ready, set, go. And if you're new, do it now. If you're not new, I want 5 more. Look in your phones now. I'm going to remind you, who do you know that's a progressive healthcare provider? Who do you know that's an entrepreneur? You know those ones, the ones that like to make money. The hairdressers, the chiropractors, the real estate agents, the brokers, the estheticians. Who are they in your phone? You know, everybody has a hairdresser. Everybody gets their hair cut. I don't know if everybody has an esthetician, but I bet you 50% of you guys do. I bet you everybody has a chiropractor. Everybody. And you know what? They're all entrepreneurial. Why? Because they build multiple streams of income. You know the ones that are working 3 different things at one time. Who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know? Okay. Now, just for kicks and giggles, put the very first A in your phone on your list. I don't care who it is. Mine was Aaron. Who's your first A? I don't care who it is. Just put it on. Who's your first B? Put it on. The first one, Sheila, who is it? Bob? I don't know. Billy? I don't know. Who's your first B? Brenda? I don't know.
I have Donna Lair, but then I have to go into the C's because I did a lot of B's yesterday with Kathleen.
All right, so now you're going to go to a C. Do you see what I mean? I don't know. First C, first Z, first S, first M. Put it on your list. You don't know them. It's okay. You don't even remember how you met them. It's okay. Good job. I'm going to give you a script for that in a minute. All right. Everybody good? So raise your hand if you all put 5 new people on your list from this exercise. Come on. I'm so proud of you. It's not so hard. It's the very first circle of the wheel. How hard was that? Where's Cindy? Even my new person, I bet, could do that. Right, Cindy? Did you do it? Good job. Good job. There's Jan. Of course, Jan did it. Good job. All right. So now that we did that, what are we going to do next? Well, you better believe it. We got the list. What are we going to do to the list? Oh, we're going to write a script. Sheila, could you put in chat? We do a list of 10. Who do you know? The script. What's the script? Well, there's a few things that you really should just be able to say all the time. Have you heard about stem cells? What if you could activate your own stem cells for less than a cup of coffee a day? What if you could activate your own stem cells to repair and regenerate you just like when you were younger? That's a new one. I just added that. What's going on with you? Well, I finally found something that helps me with whatever's going on with you. Oh my gosh, what's going on with that foot of yours? It's really big. Have you heard about stem cells? Did you know you can activate your own stem cells for less than a cup of coffee a day? You could regenerate yourself just like when you were younger. Oh yeah, I can send you a gift. What's your phone number? Practice these to a pillow. Have them just come out whenever you want. Oh my gosh, have you heard about stem cells? I'm in stem cell technology. Have you heard about stem cells? Yeah, you can regenerate your own for less than a cup of coffee a day. It's sure a lot cheaper than $10,000 a shot in Europe. Yeah, that's what all the old rockers are doing. Those 80-year-old Mick Jaggers looks 40 again. Have you heard about stem cells? Oh, these are business ads. Well, what do you do for work? Do you have pain? Where's your pain? Oh, I could totally send you some for that. Do you know anyone else interested in stem cell technology? Oh, you're not interested? No problem. Do you know anybody else that would be? Do you know a network marketer that would be interested in stem cell technology? Practice all of these on a pillow. Your homework. Okay, homework, 30 minutes. Practice these on a pillow so they just roll out of your mouth wherever you are. Okay? I love practice pillow. Works great. Okay, now your script. You ready? You remember that list you just did? You're going to send them all this. Betty, I found a patented wearable light technology that activates your own stem cells to regenerate you just like when you were younger. Go to startx39now.com. For a great overview, look at the pictures and watch the first 2 videos. Text me your address, I'll send you a gift. I call this the middle script. What do I mean by that? It's the chunk in the middle of a script. Now you have to dance and make it your own. What do I mean? Let's say it's an entrepreneur. Betty, I've always been so impressed with the esthetician that you are. I found a patented wearable light technology. Dr. Jim, I've always been impressed with the chiropractor you are. You're always into natural healing. I found a patentable wearable light technology. Do you see how you got to make that a little bit your own? You get that? How about this one? How about an A that you don't even know? This is Marci Preble. It's been so long since we talked. How are you? And when he says it, how he is, you send him a picture of yourself and then say this. Or you just send this right after because you don't even remember who he is. So that Aaron in my phone, hi Aaron, it's Marci Preble. It's been such a long time since we connected. It's been such a long time since we talked. How are you? And then I do this. Sheila, can you put the first 2 intros since we were doing Who Do You Knows? The first one would be entrepreneurial. Jim, I'm so impressed with the blank that you are. I'm so impressed with the blank that you are. And then we're going to put this in. So first that would be your compliment script. Then your next one would be when you don't even know who they are, because I told you to pick a couple A's that you don't even know. I don't even say their name. I say, this is Marci Preble. It's been such a long time since we connected. How are you? And then you can do this. Okay, so Sheila, you're going to write those 2 down, and I'm going to give the what do we call it? The body of the script. So you guys are responsible for the top of the script, and I'm giving you guys the body. Well, actually, Sheila's putting it in. Does that make sense, Sheila? Are we together on this?
I think so. I just put the complimenting peak script name.
Yep,
I've always been impressed with the entrepreneur that you are. That one.
Yep. Where's that one at? Yep.
It's all in chat.
Okay, great. Perfect. And then here's the body of the script right here. So there's the body of it. So one of the things you can do if you don't know somebody is you could just say something to the effect of, you can tell I'm working on my scripts right now. This is Marci Preble. It's been such a long time since we connected. How are you? Question mark. If there's someone you know, like my babysitter from 20 years ago, I did that and sent my picture of myself. And then my babysitter sent me a picture of her and all her kids, and we had a little chat. And then I put the body of the script in. Do you understand? You guys with me? I like the idea. I know, isn't it? I'm sorry. I'm just going to say, I was in the D reading class in 1st grade. So because of that, I really don't know some words, but what's the thing at the beginning? What's the thing at the end of the salute? What is that thing called?
Salutations.
Salutation. That's the end, right?
I think the salutation is the beginning.
Is that right? So you guys are responsible for the salutation. And then use my body. What's the end of a letter? What's that? The when you sign it.
I'll look that up.
Okay, do you get what I'm saying though? You guys gotta do your own little salutation. Then use my body and then sign it, right? So, oh, a signature. I love it. Could somebody write down for me to grab? You can tell I'm creating again because I'm a little manic. So could somebody do for me salutation, body, and signature? Because that's what we're really talking about. I basically gave you the body of the script. You guys got to do a little salutation, okay?
So the technical term for the signature in the end is called valediction.
Oh my God, don't make me do that. We can't do that. Let's do, but is salutation really the top?
Yes,
Salutation.
it is. Yes,
So we're
it is.
gonna do salutation, body, and signature.
How about or close or ending?
I like signature because people understand, then they sign it with their phone number. You know what I mean?
Okay.
We're merged. I think what we're saying right here is Sheila was probably in the A reading group, and I was in the D reading. I knew it was true. I was in the D reading group. So somewhere we've come with this little compromise. What? Think I'm kidding. I'm not kidding.
I was in high school reading when I was in the 4th grade.
Oh my God, of course she was. Of course she was. All right. Okay, so now I have to mute all the smart people. Sorry, mute you. All right, so do you understand what I'm saying then? So then you go basically, so you could send a picture of yourself when you don't know them as well, right? I'm just kind of, so then the other one that you could do, right, is I have, okay, you ready? Salutation. I have always been so impressed with the blank that you are. My suggestion is you make a notes of your phone, list and script. And these are scripts because network marketers make lists and we work lists with scripts. I'm giving you scripts right now. So your 2 salutation scripts would be, I'm always so impressed with the blank that you are, with the entrepreneur that you are, with the esthetician that you are, with the network marketer that you are, right? And then you go into the body, which is the body, right? The body, which is, I found a patentable wearable light technology that blah, 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 right? And then the signature, your name and your phone number. Okay, and I gave you 2 great salutations. One, when you know who they are and you're impressed with that. And 2, when you don't even remember who they are, they're just in your phone. Are you guys good? Can we do those 2 today? Everybody good with that? Okay, so no pressure right now. But right now, so you feel it, I want everybody to text one person right now, either somebody that they don't know or somebody that they do know, because you all made a list. Can you do that right now? Take that right out of the notes of your, so what you do is you take it out of chat, you email it to yourself, and you put it in the notes of your phone and you text it. Now, you might be like, I don't know how to do any of that, which is fine. You can be like Ivory. You know what Ivory did? My NFL football player, he just took a picture of it and he just rewrote it. That works too. You'll have to remind Ivory that we know how he did that when you have your call with our Mr.
Yeah,
NFL.
On the 9th, everybody come and hear the football.
On the 9th, okay? So I'm going to give everybody right now 1 minute to do that. I want you guys to feel the work with me. I mean, we do a lot of training, but we don't feel into it. And I've decided that I want us to start feeling into the work. So feel into it. Okay, ready? Everybody do it. You either send a text to someone you don't know and you have the salutation. This is Susan Cole. It's been such a long time since we connected. How are you? Picture of herself if it's appropriate. It might not be appropriate if it's the guy from 10 years ago that fixed her plumbing, but it might be appropriate for the babysitter that worked with her 20 years ago as an example. And then you send the body. And then you sign it with your phone number. Now, if it's someone you know, Jan, not Jan Rand, but Jan W. Betty, I have always been impressed with that, with the hairstyles you are. You always do my color great. And I found something that I know you're going to love. Then you put the body in and then you sign it. Okay. Everybody do one now. It's not hard. You just got to feel into it and don't be afraid. You're just texting them. How scary is that? Now, do it now. Everybody can do one. Okay. You guys can do this. You can do this. As you're doing it, I'm going to get the gift form and I'm going to tell you what we do next. So do that work right now. Even you, Date. Let's go. Jesse, where are you? Let's go. You guys can do it too. Let's rock and roll. And here we go. Then, once again, it's a dance. Did you know that we're on the third circle? Look at, we're almost done with the wheel. Even the new people know the wheel now. Isn't that amazing? It's not so hard. Now we're into giving a gift. So all you're looking for them to do is text you an address for a gift. And once they do, you're going to fill out this form right here. Once they do, you're going to go to start333biz.com and you're going to go into the Evolve office to the form and you're going to fill this form out right here. And all you're going to do is you're going to put the daily code, which Sheila's going to give you in about 5 minutes. And you're going to put, we're going to train a little longer because we actually did some of the work. So that's why the training's a little longer because we're working on training today. So just stay with me. I'm testing out different models right now. So just, just test.
Hey, Mars, yesterday when I showed this, I actually showed how to put the two people's names for the receivers. You know how Jan wants two people on one line and
Sure, I can do that. So
Okay.
the code would be, Sheila will give you, the first name would be your name, Betty Smith, your phone number, and the receiver. Just for one person, let's call it John Jones and his address. Hit submit. It goes to Jen and she fills it. She fills 2X39 2E on and that full gifting envelope. And I pay for it. So here's the deal. It takes 7 days to go out. So make sure you follow up in 7 days. If you don't follow up, it's a waste of your time and my money. What Sheila's talking about on the receiver name is if it's two people to a household, it would be John and Betty Smith. She knows that you're wanting two for them and she will do that. Remember, you can only give 3 a day on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And remember, if you're not new, you follow up with 3 before you start gifting. Okay, so there's the form. And this is the gift that goes out, right? In a pretty blue envelope. All the cards now, and it matches your follow-up your follow-up clipboard. You see how everything matches? Very good. You're doing a great job. So there is the follow-up to the gift. Okay, now it's important because you're sending that script, right? Remember the body of the script that I talked about? Go to startx39now.com. Look at the first 2 pictures or look at the first 2 videos and the pictures. Isn't important that you go to that site too? And so you know what you're sending them to. So you yourself, before you even start, need to watch the first video on light. It's only 2 minutes because you're asking them to do it. And the second video on stem cells, it's only 3 minutes because you're asking them to do it. And then make sure you can tell some picture stories. Oh my gosh, this girl was training me. She had fast growing cells. She looked awful. Stem cell regeneration. She looks good again. Wow. Look at this girl. She looks 16 after a year of stem cell activation. Look at this man. He was bald, gray. Now he has hair. It's dark again. And even his eyebrow went gray or brown, black again. Look at this finger. This little boy's finger got cut off. It died. X39 regenerates in 30 days. And sometimes it takes a long time, 1.5 years, critical issues. This is nerve pain in C7. Lower body nerve pain happens at the L5, right at the lower back. What is that? Your nerves are crunched. It doesn't supply your muscles and you have pain. A year and a half, the nerve started flowing perfectly again. And then you say, so text me your address now so I can send you the gift. Command the address for the gift. Command the address for the gift. Right? Text me now. I'm going to the mailbox, right? Now, if they still don't give you the address, call them. Hey, I just sent this to you. Take a look. Text me your address. I want to send a gift. You're not selling anything. You are gifting. How fun is that? We just took fear into fun. I don't gift for them. I gift for you. I gift to take the fear away. I gift because how fun is it to call somebody and say, I got a gift of stem cell activation for you? Yeah, no, I don't want anything. I just want to send this to you, right? I send the gift to take the fear away from making the list. I send the gift so you're not afraid to follow up. But trust me, they're not going to feel anything on a 2-day supply. It's not for them to feel anything. It's for you. And the gift literally, it's for you to follow up to explain the technology. It's a wearable light technology. Nobody's ever seen it before. It activates stem cells. Just go send it to them, follow up, read with them. 50% of the time you will close them with the order form. Oh yes, you have lower back pain. Well, I'd recommend 1X39 for stem cell activation, 2 Eon because it reduces inflammation. I'm reading the script. Inflammation eats stem cells. I'm reading. And stem cells, and when they eat stem cells, inflammation is an eater of stem cells. So when you reduce inflammation, you turbocharge the stem cell activation to work better. That's why we give them both, and it's more demonstrative. Would you like to order now? Just ask. 50% of the time they say yes. 50% of the time they say no, but who cares because they still have more gift to use, right? So I promise, raise your left hand, I promise to ask for the order on the follow-up. I promise to ask for the order on the follow-up. 50% of the time they'll say yes. 50% of the time they'll say no. But if you don't ask, it's 100% no, right? So we always ask. And we ask by taking them through the price list, which is really an order form. And you do it with the all products flyer, okay? And that's on your follow-up clipboard and they've got the gift. You can also take them through the technology just by going through the Now site with them and reading with them. I have made everything in this business readable. Okay, because we just read, I don't know, I just learned about it, but I got this envelope too. Let's read it together. It looks like you wear it 12 on, 12 off, and it's made out of organic crystals that elevate GHK copper peptide that activates your stem cells to regenerate you again when you're young. I'm just reading. Oh my God, that's awesome. Okay, so far now, if you're new, can you do a list of 10? Can you send out that piquing interest script? Can you send them a gift? Where are we at? Where's my girl? Where's my new girl? Where's Cindy? Cindy, can you do that? I don't know. I lost Cindy. Cindy, did I lose you? Can you do that?
Their hands are raised.
Oh, yay. Okay, good, good, good. Oh, there she is. There's my girl. Okay, she can do it. So write down, Sheila, list of 10, the piquing interest script. Remember the salutation, the body, and the signature. It's all there in the chat. And then when they don't send you anything back, you're going to command it. I'm going to the mailbox now. Where's that address? I need to get that sent out. And then what are you going to do lastly? You're going to send them to the patching party at 4 o'clock today. Oh my gosh, I need to get that gift out. Oh, by the way, there's this patching party today. You could win free sleeves. I'm going to write this down for you right now. I am going to send you a gift today. You ready? This is fun. I'm writing scripts right now. Don't forget to text me your address here. By the way, we are also having a patching party today. You will learn all about this new technology. Technology. You will learn about all this new technology, and they are giving away free month supplies of the product. Boom. There it is. I need to take that myself because that's a good script. And then what are you going to do? You are going to send the patching party invite. And I will call the 3 that I want to do testimonials. That is 4 o'clock Pacific today. So if you're new, here we go. You ready? Make a list of 10. Send a script. Send a gift. And invite to the patching party. And can you do it to the list we all just worked on together? That is all we're going to do on the circle. And next week, when I get the tech and consult figured out, I'll teach you how to take them there too. But right now, we're just doing these 4 because you are as caught up as fast as where my brain is creating. So with that, the Zoom. Here we go. Okay, I need another apology. We are using the Zoom that we used last week, and I know I screwed it up because it only allowed for 100 people because it's my private Zoom, and I never knew we would blow that up too. This is my public Zoom, but my private Zoom now has 1,000 seats in it. I promise you, you will get in today, and so will all your people. And right now is my formal apology that I messed it up so completely last week. Are we all good with that? Good. All right. So let's go ahead and stop the recording and let's get to work.